Okay, so we're going up against a rogue here, and
I will fight with honor.
not bad of a, no, that's pretty bad. Spellbreaker, I never even drew into that, but I'll keep these two. Feel like good control. Though against a rogue, I am a little curious to know whether or not they would have any cards my True Silver would make use of. Perhaps I'll keep it. I mean, the SI agent and the Anuba ambusher are cards that are played in rogue decks. Perhaps that may come in handy. So far, I don't have anything I could really play. Alright, so he's going for Nerubian Egg. That's definitely going to be an annoying card. Now, against a rogue, it's definitely a good game for him because he has the dagger, of course, so he can easily get rid of these Silverhand recruits, which would make my guys pretty pointless, really. Though it does take away his mana by 2, so I guess he won't be able to play in cards if he decides to play the dagger. And so far it's looking pretty good for him. I will trade off with the Leper Gnome because either way he's going to use his Haunted Creeper to attack into it anyway. But the other thing is we could play it another one of these, so I'll be okay. Alright, so at this point he is playing a lot of low-mannered minions.
My shield for Argus.
And there comes the Defender of Argus, which makes a lot of perfect sense here. Let's see what he does. So he was probably assuming that I might have had a Noble Sacrifice, but clearly I don't, so I'm not sure if he's familiar with Sacred Trail, but we'll have to find out if he anticipates it or not by seeing if he plays a card. I'm hoping he plays a really powerful card, that way I could destroy it. My last opponent just decided he would play a legendary and just destroyed it, and it was a really exhilarating feeling, so let's see what he does here. It doesn't look like he's gonna do anything. He's gonna play some spells to boost up his guys. He's gonna backstab my card, which is fine. It looks like he's found a way to deal with my cards. I'm gonna have to see how we go here. Alrighty. Doesn't look like we could do much. Perhaps it would definitely set our life pretty low if we sent in True Silver into that. But it's the only move we could do to prevent him from dealing any more damage. I mean, we are pretty low mana, so we can't really do much right now. Right now we do have Sunwalker we could play next turn, which will, it feels like delaying the inevitable, but that's okay. Alright, so Sacred Trial destroyed his recently played Argus, so he is going to deal 6 damage, very painful indeed. 7 damage, so we're down to 5. And this is really hurting. It's really hurting. This could actually be the end for us. Oh my god, I'm not sure if I should play it or not. Is it worth it? Let's see, this will heal me back to 5. I'll attack that. And that will set me back. No, this will heal me back to 6. I'll attack that. It will set me back down to 3.
For
I think that's
justice.
okay. And then Consecrate will deal with most of his minions, and we have this. We really need to draw into Reno. Reno is the one card I'm actually relying on. This is the whole point of the deck. It seems like we do have some issues with
Get in there and fight.
the amount of cards we have, and it looks like it's game over. It's quite unfortunate. Alright, lost the star. Let's regain it again. Okay, so we're going up against a warrior. Pretty interesting.
I will fight
A
with honor.
warrior against a paladin. Warriors have very good control. Perhaps this is actually a fair matchup. Out of all the games I've played, I think this is the most fair. Yeah, warriors have good control, but paladins also have their fair share of control in the game. And I think this will be pretty good. It will be pretty interesting to see how this game goes.
Reporting for duty.
Of course, he can play a more aggressive version of warrior, which would be quite devastating. I played a game earlier today in casual mode, having to deal with Grim Patron. It's surprising that warriors still play that card, but evidently they do. And I actually lost that game, so there is a possibility that he might have a Grim Patron, depending if he could utilize it to a good degree here. So let's see what he does. I mean, this card here, I could definitely trade into it. So, alright, so we got a clue about what deck he's playing. He's playing some sort of Dragon Warrior. Interesting to see. Alright, so he just played Death Spike, which is pretty interesting. We are at pretty low life, so let's figure out what we can do. I think we could play this.
Reporting for duty.
Oh dear, I forgot. That was my mistake. I thought Coghammer was a 2-mana card, it was a 3-mana card, so I made a huge mistake there. I gotta watch out for the mana that your cards are worth. I wanna be taking unnecessary damage. Good news is Reno's here. Alright, let's plan this out carefully. So clearly he has a big dragon in there. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we can do with Coghammer. Excellent.
Justice.
Get rid of that first. That's actually a bigger deal
The battle.
because I can't be targeted. I'm at pretty low life. Luckily, we do have Reno saved up just in case. This will allow us to get into late game. It looks like he's getting a lot of his benefits from this fight. And he's definitely getting a lot of benefits. Yeah, it's looking good for him. Alright, so I'm gonna take this damage. And let's see what we can do. It doesn't look like we could do much. I think the only card we could play is Reno.
We're gonna be rich.
Alright, so we managed to heal 24 health. And next turn is turn 7. He chooses death. That's good. I think that was unnecessary for him. Well, whatever. I think that's good for us anyway. He would be very hesitant to life tap, so it would be quite interesting to see what happens next. Dr. Boom. Dr. Boom, a very frightening card indeed. We're gonna have to find out how we can deal with that. Alright, so he's traded most